Welcome back. Let's bring in Mr. Chitanwala. We had him just before we had network distortion, talking about the Gbajabiamila Miller, the chief of staff to the president, has honored the invitation to the issue of the phantom, or fictitious as they call it, agency led by Mr. Adeyemi, who is now in police custody and is facing, court processes as also investigation by the ICPC. Mr. Nwala, so I was talking about asking you whether, because of the discrepancies and inconsistencies, even from presidency and other agents of government, is there anything that can come out of this whole investigation?
Frankly speaking, I really do not think that anything can come out of this particular investigation. Because first of all, why I'm raising questions with respect to ICPC. Don't forget that the ICPC is a part of this administration. And one would naturally expect that the presidency would ask the chief of staff to step aside for proper investigation. But from the look of things, the presidency is not interested in that. The president has directed the ICP to investigate the matter and possibly take certain actions. But to be fair, we have seen circumstances and situations like this happen before in this country, where even that of the former Minister for Women Affairs, Betty, is it Minister of Women Affairs or thereabout?
Humanitarian Affairs
was involved. We also saw that of yes, the Neji also. We also saw the same situation happen with Chris Neji recently, and we saw how this whole matter ended. We have seen a situation where continuously we have these investigations being carried out, and at the end of the day, they just kill it and everything dies off. Now, the chief of staff of the president has been seriously indicted in this particular matter, and Mr. Adeyemi has been insisting and saying that this man is involved. And from the look of things, this ministry was not. You can't even. It's even sad that we're even referring to it as a fake ministry because they created it themselves. And honestly, there are other agencies that are like this too, existing in this country, but because they have not had issues within themselves, so probably this scandal has not actually come out to the fore. But what we are saying is that if the presidency wants to show some level of transparency in all of this, the chief of staff of the president has to step aside for proper investigation. But if we continue to insist that the chief of staff should remain there as chief of staff, while this investigation is going on, what confidence would we as Nigerians have that these issues, that the chief of staff will not actually meddle and interfere with the investigation process as it is? So for me, it's a sad situation that we're even having this conversation as a nation, that under our nose for 2 years, we saw agency exist, carry itself and carry on activities without it being detected until they had financial issues among themselves. It's a sad situation for us as a people.
Just because of time, let me throw in another issue that is very concerning now. That I don't know how the lawyers view this, because this is your territory. I covered the activities in River State, where part of when Nyesom Wike was governor. So I know firsthand what a judge's quarters that is built by Nyesom Wike looks like. I have entered those quarters. I'm sure you know the one in Aguma quarters, and then the one, the Court of Appeal, somewhere around OGRA. I know all of these places. And entering there, covering, I can tell you that all that is required for you to come with is just your clothes, because everything is provided for. Literally everything. So it's a dream home for anyone. So, and the compound is very beautiful with sporting facilities and all of that. So Nigerians understand what we're talking about here. So, but the question I ask is, it's been criticized that why, because judges are human beings, why is the executive building quarters for judges? He's done it in River State. He's now doing it, he has done it in Abuja. I think I saw a video, stand to be corrected, where the Akwa Ibom State governor is also building judges' quarters. And then I saw on our platform where I understand some millions of naira have been earmarked by the Imo State government to build judges' quarters. Why is this craze for judges' quarters a thing?
You know, the truth of the matter is that the judiciary is the hallmark of any nation. And I keep also telling people that the judiciary is even more important than the Constitution, because the Constitution empowers the judiciary to interpret the laws, to interpret the Constitution. And when the Constitution gives you that particular power, there is a sense in which you become powerful than the Constitution, because whatever you say is the law, that becomes the law. So that is why these politicians have realized the importance of the judiciary, and that is why they are now running after building houses for judges. We are continuing to criticize this particular step by the politicians, because look at it. Look at the federal high court, look at the state high courts, and look at even this down to the Supreme Court. You agree with me that the Minister of the FCT has lots of matters he has serious interest in, yet he's building houses for these justices. And you keep asking yourself, when you're telling me that they will not be compromised and all that, then why do we even have the Judicial Service Commission? Why do we even have the NJC? These officers are supposed to take care of, the judges. But no, we have left that in the hands of deputy ministers. We have left that in the hands of the state governors. Now, let me tell you what sad thing Minister Wike did when he was governor of Rivers State. The judges who did not get houses, he gave them 150 million naira in lieu of a house. And these things happen in our faces. Yet we said nothing about it. Yet we allow this to try. And we say the judiciary is independent. Because you can't think the judiciary is independent. The judiciary will continue to do things to undermine its independence. And this is a sad situation for us as a people.
As a matter of fact, we don't know how much Jason will get spent in Rivers and Abuja. We know the earmarks from Imo State. We don't know how much Akwa Ibom is standing, if that's true as well. But if the giver is given, what about the taker? Can't the judiciary say we don't want? In 30 seconds.
No, anyway. Of course, see, the judiciary can actually say they don't want. But you know, most times in Nigeria today, certain persons who do not do their bidding have been blacklisted and actually actually made to suffer within the judiciary. We have seen this happen on several occasions. Why those who continue to do their bidding keep getting promotion and all that?
Ms. Anwala, my apologies. We're totally out of time. Chetan Anwala, legal practitioner, thank you. And that's it on the program. Thanks for watching. I'm Jeffrey Zano. Bye-bye.